Hey, lovers.
Hello, lovers.
I'm Edgar,
And I'm Sunny.
and Sunny had a great spirit suggestion from Spirit on our next read, and that's what we're here to do for you today. And what was that suggestion, Sun?
It was a read for the collective as to whether or not you are being or have been spiritually attacked.
Mm. And so you may be asking, well, how do I even know if I'm being spiritually attacked? Well, so spiritual attack can come in many shapes and sizes, but especially those of us that are practitioners, whether you do tarot, whether you do magic or witchcraft or light work or Reiki or any of those things, you can become targets to other humans. You can become targets through entities, other things. Sometimes people do it consciously, sometimes it happens unconsciously. But these manifest in the form of, can be something as simple as like bullying. It could be, a psychic vampire attack where somebody is taking your energy from you. It can manifest as depression and anxiety or feelings of sadness or anger that seemingly come out of nowhere, where you have absolutely no reason to be feeling that way, and it just gets put there.
Random visions of things that you don't normally think about
Yes.
as well.
Yeah. And the main way that this is done is through something called thought pushing. So people will push their thoughts or the thoughts that they want you to have.
People and spirit.
And spirit, yeah. And so you'll have, thoughts that make absolutely no sense. Like whether it's something that is trying to cast doubt on a situation, whether it's a relationship, a job, a living situation.
Something sexual.
Yeah, it could be any of those things, right? The point of these attacks is to take something from you, not necessarily in this world, but in the astral.
It's also to dampen your light.
Yes. So anything that will take the shine off of you, anything that makes you feel less happy, less successful, anything that gets in the way of your success, that is wished upon by other people, again, whether it's conscious or unconscious. So we are going to do a read to see what is going on in that sense of the world. So I will ask Sunny to please use that black deck.
Okay.
And pull some cards.
So Edgar, what he just said is really important. It's very valuable. I wish that I would have had like more guidance in terms of what this feels like, because if it does end up being something like depression when you feel like you don't have a reason really to be sad, then it can be very confusing to the person who's being targeted. Why do I feel this way? And then imagine that you feel this way for so long that you end up putting yourself on medication or altering like a lifestyle that was already one you were content with because of this.
Yeah.
Another thing is that if it affects you sexually, then that could really be damaging to your psyche.
It can ruin a relationship, right? It's like if you can't be intimate with the person you love.
So, question for you.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing out is 3 of Spheres and 7 of Spheres. What is the sphere?
So the spheres in this deck is like the pentacle.
Is the pentacle. Okay.
So 3 of Pentacles, people are talking, so there's gossip. There's definitely people talking, and then you've got 7 of Pentacles, which is like you're watching something grow and or fester. I heard the word fester.
Okay. And then I heard 5, so I'm going to pull 5.
Okay, sounds good. So obviously, when it comes to like depression and anxiety, Tarot reads are no substitute for mental health. So if you are feeling that way, and you do feel like you need to talk to somebody, we highly encourage it. And then we've got the Five of Cups. So yeah, I would say that this is pretty strong confirmation that there's some spiritual attacks going on.
3, 7, 5.
All odds.
Bring them down like an anchor.
Yeah.
Go back.
And you just popped out the Hermit.
Putting you in isolated energy. You choosing to keep yourself in isolated energy.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's
not. But you do need contact. You do need to talk to other people. People that you love, people that you trust, and honestly, if you don't have people like that, I've found solace in places like Reddit sometimes, just on those boards with people that are dealing with this stuff. It's easy sometimes to hide behind the screen and gain a little anonymity for your own protection and sanity.
Well, I said 5, but 2 came out at the end, and because of the look on this guy's face, I'm going to take it, and because of the fact that it's the Page of Swords, which is the spy.
Yeah.
This is 7 of Cups, so that's options. So, vulnerable collective. Yes, there is a chance that you're being spiritually attacked in ways by possibly means of bullying or authoritative figures. While you're trying to do something as simple as work,
or even
you know what I mean?
Yourself, yeah.
5 of Cups, it puts you in a place of feeling sad, and you don't deserve to feel sad when you're at work. I know that sounds so silly to say that, because a lot of people are sad when they're at work, but not because of your coworkers, or not because of management, or not because of even, okay, so I work in place where I'm exposed to a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they take energy.
Yeah.
But I don't deserve to feel like 5 of Cups. And so anyone else who works around a lot of people, you are not supposed to be feeling the sadness, the sad energy of the 5 of Cups. Look at this little skeleton in the desert, like just starved to death and needing water, needing to get out of town, I just heard. The Hermit, the 7 of Cups.
And what's the last card?
The Page of Swords.
Page of Swords.
So this is healing energy right here.
Yeah.
This is like, it's almost like you asked, well, what's needed?
Exactly.
What's needed in terms of, countering spiritual attacks.
Then I'm going to pull this out of here.
And like he said, because spiritual attacks come through a form of thought pushing, it could be people thinking mean things about you, and you feel that energy.
Yeah, you may be more empathic than you think. We all have these gifts, and it's about really learning to hone them.
So this one kind of goes without saying, chaos.
Yeah.
Not feeling so wonderful, maybe being completely depleted by the time you leave your job. I don't know why I keep saying job. Like it could be
work stuff. Yeah,
it could be relationship. Yeah,
it could
maybe
even be your spiritual practice, right? So if you're part of a spiritual group, it could be jealousies or people trying to do all kinds of crazy things.
Competing with you.
Yeah.
What about silver?
So silver usually is. That's a good thing. I'm going to actually look it up because I don't remember.
Ooh.
Argentum. What's the number on that one? I'm having to find it.
20.
24?
I think. It's a Roman numeral. I'm a little rusty.
It's 25.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the 24 usually has a 1 before the V.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So this says, amidst its upper echelon status, silver shines eternally in second position. It is the lesser sibling to gold, I'm assuming, the one that is not quite there yet. A true alchemist does not resist this truth, but rather studies its subtle implications and its wisdom. Silver requires polishing. The surface tarnishes over time. Mirrors require cleaning, or the image clouds and distorts. Whereas gold sustains its own malleable radiance, silver asks for our participation. We must work at it. Do not give up now. Silver wants to build relationships. Like the moon, a mirror, or a poem, let it reflect an image back with an open heart and one more moment of willingness. The seemingly cold, stark surface of silver opens into an imaginal realm. What is there? Your own vastness, the mysteries that beckon you on moonlit nights. Through our daily devotion to silver, we find the truest gold. So this suggests find a piece of silver and polish it by hand, and think about what polishing means as a practice. So go for it.
You're more than welcome to say no to this, but
Uh-huh.
I do have, I mean, we could have closed this out and then that's it, but how would you feel about putting a kipper on each?
I would love it if you keep going. So I was going to say, like, if you are going through attack, if you're feeling like you're attacked, there are many different ways to handle this, right? So if you have a religious practice, turn to your religious practice. Impact.
So first, for the first card, we have 3 of Spears.
Yeah.
3 of Pentacles.
Yeah.
In the family room.
Mm-hmm. So this is gossip about you and your family.
It could be gossip about you and your family.
Or gossip, your family gossiping about you.
And exactly. I don't even need to say anything else.
Yeah.
You did it.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Yay!
I love that.
Wow. Everything's coming up, Edgar.
Okay. 7 of Spears. Journey.
Don't stop believing?
No. I view this as, even though you are building, even though you are earning, even though you are doing your best.
Yes.
If you were able to get at least 2, possibly 3 on occasion, okay? But possibly, because I know that's hard for some people, to get those days off consecutively.
Yeah.
Get out of town.
Yeah. Get out into nature.
Even if it's just 45 minutes or up to 2 hours away from home, somewhere inexpensive for the night where you're eating different food and you're seeing different scenery and you're enjoying different smells and nature and you're with somebody or you're by yourself, it doesn't matter. Get out of town. Enjoy frequencies of other locations and vibrations of other locations so that when you go back to wherever that area was that you spend so much time in, you recognize and remember the fact that there are different things out there for you other than this small little sphere that you're spending time in.
And that can be enough to break a connection.
It could, and it could be healing because it's still falling under this.
Under Chiron, yes.
So, next. 5 of Cups, which is the energy of sadness and great fortune. The people who have this inside of them, this inner light that is just coming out of her belly, right? That's here. That's someone that's what they want to siphon, right? So if this is you and you're feeling like this, you're not meant to be, you're not supposed to be, this was not what you came to planet Earth to feel and experience. You are this.
Yes. Nothing to add on that one.
Okay. You want to dive into the hermit and occupation?
Well, so the hermit traditionally is really about hiding out, right? And but it's hiding out with a purpose. So it's not just like I'm gonna go bed rot and be sad about how things are. It's about going and learning something. It's about studying something. It's about maybe taking the opportunity to meditate or connect with your own spiritual practice, right? So you're doing the hard work that starts to set you free out of this chaos. Because the hermit, usually when the hermit comes out of the cave, is traditionally depicted holding that lantern, and that lantern is knowledge. right? So you've gone inward, right? So it's either you're going inside yourself, or you're literally hiding out and not spending as much time with people, because you'll start to be able to, if you feel like this is people that are attacking you, you will be able to feel the difference within a few days of not hanging out with them, of not being around these people. You will start to feel different. Your energy will start to rebalance, and you will be able to figure out where this is coming from. And it could be something simple as jealousy.
Yeah.
Like, it could be something simple as jealousy that's affecting you, and it could be something much more nefarious, right? But regardless,
thief was at the bottom of the deck.
yeah, so likely it is something much more nefarious, right? It's somebody that's trying to take something from you that is rightfully yours. So when you go and you study, and maybe you go and you study how, you go and read Psychic Self-Defense by Dion Fortune, and that starts to explain some things to you, and maybe you start to learn, or maybe it's just simple as like connecting, like, again, if you're a religious person, connect with your higher power, pray. Like, it can feel like an outdated idea if you don't do it normally, but it works. So it is a way for you to connect with your subconscious mind, and start to feed it what you actually want. So remember that where your attention goes, energy flows, right? So what you're focused on, what you're thinking about, is what will materialize. So if you're worried about all this stuff, more of it will happen. If you start thinking about the incredible life you deserve and you want to have, that will materialize for you too.
The next is the Page of Swords, which is the spy.
You skipped this guy.
I did?
You did.
Oh,
you didn't talk about
goodness.
the Seven of Cups and
wow.
change.
Well, he must be really important.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Seven of Cups and change. Oh, this is not seeing the world of possibility before you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and again,
have you
the silver card, right? It's polishing it, right? You've got the knowledge because you did the work. You've got much more options. There's change, and now it's time to polish it, right? So if you think about the process of creating like a silver charm, right? It's like you have to take it, heat it, separate the silver from the ore, purify it, and then now you've got the silver that you have to cast. And you have to shape it, right? And when it's shaped, it's rough, right? It's got sharp edges, it's got jagged edges, and it's dull. Right, so the next step really is about polishing.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Well, and then also knowing that you have choices.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say you work at McDonald's and you go and you don't like the way it feels there because you don't like wearing a headset, and you don't necessarily get along with your coworkers, that you guys don't vibe together at all, and you're unhappy. You can apply at another restaurant to work at.
Yeah, maybe
you have options.
Yeah, maybe you take the leap from like a quick serve restaurant into like a restaurant with tablecloths.
Or maybe you take a lower position at a place that has like fine dining, and you work your way up.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
It's like you're starting off as like the, what do they call them? It's like the greeter, but I forget the.
A hostess.
A host
or a hostess.
Yeah, maybe you start there and just work your ways up.
Yeah.
And now we can go to the page of swords.
The Lovers in the Kipper reminds me of 3 different things: union with self, union with a loved one, and union with the divine. Did I say all those 3?
Yes, you did.
They're all different, right? Yes. Okay. And when you have this type of peace and harmony, when you feel this way and you're so high vibrational, there are people who will spy on you. Let's say you're like this and you're a big poster and you love to post. Guaranteed people are going to be watching you because they're going to open up their app and they're going to see it. Well, that's not like the same type of spying, but you're showing this what is to be envied, and there's people who will be envious.
Yeah.
So use discernment on what you decide to share and how much of your high vibration you want to push out, and to which type of crowd. You know, maybe you go look through the people who are following you and get some of those people you just don't interact with at all off of there, and you just kind of clean it up a little bit, especially if you feel like any of this stuff is applicable to your life.
Yeah.
That's all I really have to say about that. I mean, this
Me too.
round, I think
Yeah.
it might be good to
do a little bit more of this. Obviously, we'd love to hear from you if this is something you're going through, if you need more support, if you have specific questions. We're happy to do more custom-y kinds of reads if you have questions or topics that you're interested in, specifically around this. Remember, you're not alone, and that you will get through this. And, just my recommendation is to take the high road. No matter what that looks like for you, take the high road.
All right.
Thank you, lovers. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.